Welcome back, fam. Hope the guys are doing good and having a great day. If you're not, please let me know what I can do to help you. Until then, I wanted to sit down with you guys and make a video about this because this was 2 years ago. Um, this is totally pathetic, and I can't believe I'm just now seeing this video, but I am I'm blown away at how pathetic and lowly some men are here in the West. There's not many times that I'm left speechless, and this is one of those times. But I'll let our boy Moist, you know, let us in on what's going on.
Form that's no stranger to evolution. And I think we've entered into a new phase in this blossoming butterfly of a streaming service. Now, I know for a lot of people, Twitch is mainly like a gaming platform, but it's gone through so many different changes that it's more than that now. There's huge events that are hosted there, really high quality productions, IRL streams. A lot of different content is on Twitch these days. And when you think of Twitch now, the first thing you think of isn't always going to be gaming. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I want to drag you kicking and screaming into the future because a pioneer has just arisen to really showcase the power of technology. Behold!
Huh? Excuse me, what? This is what streaming has become. This right here, this is what streaming has become.
True gaming in its purest form. This is what streaming is all about. Now, the censoring on her butthole was done by me. I felt I had to just to make sure that this video would be safe to be uploaded, but make no mistake, while live, it was not censored at all. This was the director's cut. Full blown poop shoot action, barely covered by like the tiniest string of fabric.
He had to catch himself too. That was
So
hilarious.
last night while I was
He even edited it out. He fully lost it. He had to edit it out.
streaming, chat was telling me that I should check out her stream because they wanted my opinion on if it was breaking Twitch terms of service, like I'm some kind of fucking hall monitor for Twitch. And it just piqued my curiosity, so I checked it out. Her name is Strawberry Tabby, and she was one of the most popular streamers last night while I was on. She was playing Valorant at the time, but she had been live for 5 hours streaming. And I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw that this was the setup. So there's the torso cam for like the titties, like so it's mainly like honkers and a very tight bikini, and then a totally separate camera just for butthole, a pure ass cam, and then like a very tiny box for gameplay. Now, when I was made aware of
Of course, because why would you not want to include the gameplay, right? Why would you want to make it the entire screen? Why would you want to make a gaming stream with a window of gaming the entire screen? You know, because you have to you need a cam, right? Like what I'm doing here. You need a cam, and that cam needs to be a lot bigger than the gaming window. You guys understand? I you got, but you got to have the gaming window in there. Okay, you got to have the gaming window in there, and it can't be the entire screen for a gaming stream. That's not the standard.
this, I was joking about it, and at some point during the stream, she went on like a phone call for a brief moment and then came back with a changed set of bottoms. So it seems like she must have got a call from someone at Twitch letting her know that her previous garments weren't acceptable. So she changed into this, yet kept everything else exactly the same.
Have men fallen this far? Have men fallen this far? Is this what empowerment looks like? She came back oiled up. Not just changed bottoms, but she came back oiled up. How lonely do you have to be to sit on a stream with someone like this for 5 hours? I, 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 yo, I'm lost for words, bro. I, I, what is this? Yo, what is this? Thank you, Moist, for block it. You should have blocked the entire screen, please. But thank you for saving us from a full moon tonight, or in the middle of the day since it's daylight outside right now. Uh, is this what women have really come to? Ladies, please let me know. What do you think of this? This is what I want. I want the women to chime in. I want you guys to tell me what you think of this. I can already tell you what you're going to tell me. I can already tell you what you're going to tell me. But is it really so hard for women to get by that they have to resort to this? Now let's be really honest here. Let's be very honest, okay? If it were not for weak men and their desire to not be a lonely, pathetic simp, this wouldn't exist. This would not exist. At a point in time, we had morals and values in this country. This would not have existed. God damn, has this country fallen. Titty streamers and butthole streamers alike uniting together all in one screen. Oh my God. What has our culture become, bro?
And you
All right,
can still, of
get
course, see
this off
like
of my
butthole,
Moist. Get
anus
this off
folds,
of
and
my
everything.
screen,
Like it's
bro. Thank
still
you.
like you can still see all of it, but there's a little bit more covering towards the crack, like the ass crack top of it. And I couldn't help but just laugh. For a while now, there's been this arms race on Twitch.
It's funny because of how sad it is. It just comes to a point to where it's so sad it's funny. Because there are people out there that are literally that pathetic that would absolutely do something like this. And then there's also people that would watch it. It it blows my mind. And I know this was a couple years ago, so you can imagine with all of the stuff that we've talked about Lil Tay and all of those, OF models and whatnot, you can already imagine how much worse it is. And the fact that what 63% of men are reported to be single. I mean, obviously I'm one of them by choice, but holy fuck. Holy fuck is this absolutely insane. So this is going to continue to get worse, bro. I do have to say though, I like your Gundam taste, bro. I like your Gundam taste. Isn't that Gundam Wing? It's Gundam Wing, isn't it? All right, I'm going off track here.
With sexual content, where creators have found that it makes a lot of money to do sexual content on Twitch and it builds a huge audience, so they're
That's not what it's supposed to be for. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, dude. If you want to make sexual content, go to whatever fucking websites there are for that shit, bro. Don't come to Twitch where there are kids, okay? Where there are kids who just want to watch people game. And here they are watching you literally dance around rules just so that you can show your butthole. Literally showing hole, butthole. She is sharing with the world her butthole, okay? Her her butthole got more pixels than the gaming window did. And this is really popular.
constantly trying to push boundaries for what Twitch will allow, and Twitch
Oh,
just doesn't crack down hard on it themselves. Like the most you'll ever see a creator
because it makes them money, that's why.
get banned for these type of streams is like 3 days. There was a creator who fully goatsied herself bare ass on stream and she got a 3 day ban. There was another streamer who just fully had sex on stream and only got a 3 day ban. So there's no real risk associated with trying this, and you stand to gain a lot of money from it. So it's not like I'm even mad at her or anything. It's really a don't hate the player, hate the game situation, because
No, how about be mad at both of them? How about be mad at both of them? If you want to be a whore, go be a whore sites. Simple as that. Go do that there. Don't take your debauchery over where kids might be involved just because you want to make a little bit of cash, right? And just because it's easy cash. That's extremely pathetic. And then for the people who are watching it and consuming it, you are just as pathetic. You are just as lowly as this woman is, using her body the way that she is. So no, I disagree with Moist there.
Which doesn't.
But he does make a point, to hate the game, not the player, right? Because it says a lot about the culture that we live in today, even a couple years ago. So you can imagine what it's like now. Holy shit. Holy shit. And like I said, just a few months ago, I was talking about Lil Tay, and she made $1 million in 24 hours, bro, off of her OF, dude. And then 67, I think, another few days after that. A lot, dude, a lot of lonely men out there. Man, has this culture and this government done so much to destroy the dynamic between men and women today. Oh my god. We keep having this gender war, man versus woman, woman versus man. But until you sit down and you think for yourself and you realize, hey, why is it that men and women hate each other today? You'll begin to realize, hey, uh, what led to it? And then you start doing research, you start digging. Oh, that's why. That's why. Right. You begin to realize that feminism was never what it was. That it was all about superiority. It was all about belittling men from the very beginning. Because if you read some of the literature, both anti-suffragist and suffragist, you begin to see the suffragists were saying, "Hey, the anti-suffragists, excuse me, were saying, hey, the suffragists are just a bunch of lowly hags being sexist about men, propping themselves up to be superior to men, that they can do everything, they can do it all, they don't need men." And then the suffragists are saying, "Oh, we want equality, we want equality, we want equality." But then you look at a lot of the literature, that's not what it says. And then when the second wave feminism came along, you had a CIA operative, Gloria Steinem, who uh was was pretty much, I mean, she was one of the voices along with what's her name? I don't know. Margaret Sanger. That's right. That's it. I don't know why I had a brain fart. Yeah, but you have Margaret Sanger, who is a prominent eugenicist, who was trying to eliminate the undesirables, right, of the population. So all of this was perpetrated because women who went into the workforce became taxable, and they could also vote, right? So those are two things that benefit both big industry or big corporations in industry and the government. And then you also had uh, the eugenics part of it as well, right? Getting rid of all the undesirables, which is still what is talked about even in the e-files, right? Talking about eliminating poor people. That was a part of eugenics, right? Social class warfare, guys. I this is why I don't do much men's content or men's issues content on the channel anymore. It's because it's not about that anymore, bro. It never has been about that. It's always been about class. And guess what? Both men and women play a part in class. Right? So we got to stop this dumbass gender war bullshit. Okay? There's so much information out there, and I've already talked about it so much, that there's a certain dynamic that works between men and women. If we don't act in that dynamic as nature intended for us to, everything falls apart. So as soon as we fall into that dynamic and come back to what nature had intended for us, right, we can't fix a damn thing. But we got to come together. We got to fall into that dynamic, and then we got to unite and take on the actual enemy itself. And those are the elites that hate you because you weren't you weren't born into $1 million mansion. Yeah. But I wanted to rant about that for a little bit because I was absolutely blown away at how successful something like this was, which isn't exactly surprising given how lonely men are today. But listen, guys, listen. I haven't been in a relationship in what, over a year now. Okay. And guess what? I'm cool with it. All right. Do I want to be in a relationship eventually? Yes. A committed relationship? Yes, absolutely. But I'm fine with it because I'm working on myself. I'm getting to the point to where I can provide and protect for the woman that I choose. And if you're doing something like this, watching titty and butthole streamers, what are you doing with your life, bro? You're pathetic. Get up and be a better man. All right? That's just giving you some tough love, bro. I was just giving you some tough love. And if you're one of those titty and butthole streamers, you're also pathetic. And get an actual job. Get an actual job. All right. Anyways, that's all I got to say today. I just wanted to rant about that because again, I was blown away that something like that was as popular as it was. Holy shit! Thanks, Moist, for bringing this to our attention, man. Thanks for doing some good work. You guys, let me know what you think, especially my women out there. Let me know what you think about this whole situation, about this woman here, and like to hear from my boys too. What do you guys think about the people watching this stuff? I think it's disgusting, regardless of who does it. So, if this video helped you out, make sure you like, share, subscribe, join the family, and I will talk with you guys soon. You guys remember to take care of yourselves, both mind and body. Take care of each other. Love you all. See you guys later. Bye, guys. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, these butthole streamers, bro.